Alright, I'm going to give you a summary of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I chose this show to summarize because I think it was really good. I had issues with the endings, I found both of them to be very lacking, albeit in very different ways. I'm still not convinced whether or not I liked the show, but I think it was really good. I also chose this show because I didn't understand it, like at all. It is deeply, deeply philosophical. If anyone tells you that they understood this show, they are lying to you. So, with the goal of giving a bad summary, not understanding it is actually a blessing, because it means that any summary I give will be a bad summary. Anyway, here's the story of Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's all about this guy with one of the ugliest beards you've ever seen. He is a part of this secret organization. They do secret research experiments all day long, and they're probably in charge of the world. They're basically the Illuminati. So that's all going well, and people are happy, and then a meteor strikes Antarctica, and like 90% of the world dies. This guy's wife just so happened to be in Antarctica at the time of the impact. She's super dead. And so they hold a funeral for her, and after the funeral, he goes to his only son, who's probably like 9 or 10 at the time, and he kicks his son out of the house. And so his son has to go live with one of his teachers. Now, the meteor impact isn't the end of the world's tragedies, because suddenly there's 50-foot tall aliens that are attacking the Earth. Where did these aliens come from? That's a good question. I don't know. It's probably related to that meteor somehow. That would make sense. So the Illuminati's like, well, we kind of need people alive to rule over them. So they set up a defense force as a special branch of the UN, and they choose this guy as the commander of the forces, and he's in charge of repelling these aliens. Luckily for them, the aliens only ever attack one at a time. The problem is these aliens have this insane force field around them, so normal weapons are almost useless against them. So they take this alien that they have locked in the basement, and they start cloning it. Why do they have an alien locked in the basement? That's a really good question. I don't know. It's probably related to that meteor somehow. That would make sense. Anyway, they clone these aliens, but the clones don't have souls, so they're basically just lifeless husks. And so they get the great idea to stick a person in there with some kind of neural link, and so the person then synchronizes with this alien husk, and bam, you've got a weapon to fight against these aliens. Now, most people can't really synchronize with these alien husks, so this commander goes back to his cloning room, and he makes himself an alien-human hybrid. This one does have a soul. Why, you ask? That's a really good question. I don't know. It's probably related to that meteor somehow. That would make sense. So this girl can control alien husks, but not very well, and in testing, it tries to kill some people, including this girl. So, like, it's not perfect, but it'll work in a pinch. But wait, the girl's in the hospital because the alien husk almost killed her. But there's an evil alien attacking right now. Who can we get to control one of these alien husks? I know. I'll ask my son to do it. You know, the one that I ostracized and sent to go live with one of his teachers. I'm sure he'll be willing. Turns out the kid, who's like 15 now, he has like no will of his own. So even though he low-key hates his father, he agrees anyway and he takes control of an alien husk. And let me tell you, it goes terribly because this kid has never done this before, and he just completely loses control of it. So the evil alien almost kills the kid, but at the last second, the alien husk comes to life and beats up the evil alien. So this dynamic kind of continues for a while. The aliens show up, the guy's kid and the clone girl and a couple other people they meet along the way. They use these alien husks to repel their attacks. Meanwhile, the commander guy spends all of his time self-isolating from his kid and talking to the leaders of the Illuminati, because why not? So then we get to the ending of the show, which I won't get into because it's even weirder than everything else in this show, which is quite an achievement in and of itself. Instead, I'm going to jump to the movie, which has an alternate ending. See, this guy's whole deal in all of this is that he wants to see his dead wife again. The problem is, his dead wife is, well, dead. But the Illuminati have him convinced that it's possible if he just defeats all of the aliens, and then he'll be able to see her again. It's all part of the Illuminati's plan to, I'm a little hazy on what actually their plan is, but once all the evil aliens are dead, now they're free to enact it. It turns out that alien that they had locked in the basement, it's incomplete because the guy took a part of it away to create the clone girl. So by reuniting the clone girl with the alien, it makes a super alien. Why is it a super alien? And why wasn't it a super alien before this guy took part of it away? Both really good questions. I don't know. It's probably related to that meteor somehow. That would make sense. So they create this super alien, and this super alien is, of course, like superly powerful, and so it uses its immense powers and it kills everybody, and that's how the story ends.